Are you one of those people that when you lay down in bed, you feel like there's little crawlies in your legs or a little bit of itching or they're throbbing or there's some kind of pulling pain? You know there's a name for that, right, John? Say it when you see it.
Restless leg syndrome.
Yes. You've
What
got
is
restless
that?
legs. What is that little creepy crawly feeling? I've had restless legs,
Yeah.
had restless leg syndrome, and it was just that. It was that felt like little creepy crawlers, or it was itching, or they were throbbing, or I had to move them, move them, move them, move them. It drove me crazy, and it was called restless leg syndrome, which is an umbrella for all those things that I'm talking about. Well, if that's you, we can help tonight before you go to bed because tonight we are on the Emotion Code Bro Show. Today is Can the Emotion Code Help with Restless Leg Syndrome? On the night edition of the Hangout with Emotion Code Bro. So I'm here with my friend John. John, good evening.
Hello, everyone watching, listening to the podcast. Yeah, my name is John Inverarity. I'm a certified emotion code and body code practitioner. I live in Vancouver, but helping people all over the world. And yeah, tonight we're doing restless leg syndrome. So it'd be
Yes, we
interesting.
are.
Hopefully, we can find a couple volunteers.
Yeah, do you want to have a good night's sleep for the first time in a long time? Well, we can help right here live tonight. We are going to be using the process called the Emotion Code. John, we've been hosting this show. What's our number tonight?
83.
Uh, 83. We've done 82, 83 episodes, but we rarely at nighttime. And I thought, what can we do? Well, we could have did a show on night terrors, but I think more
Yeah.
people have restless leg syndrome, and I would really like to help at least one person tonight before they go to bed, right here live. We don't have to see them. John, what does somebody need to do that has those creepy, crawly, itchy, throbbing, pulley parts of their legs that want to possibly get rid of it tonight before they go to bed? What do they need to do, please?
Not much, but you do have to be watching live. So it can't be, 3 months from now on YouTube. And you have to volunteer.
Yeah.
So just say,
Yeah,
hey, that's me
live right now,
in the comments
volunteer.
right
And
now.
so, John, we're just starting to get live. We're starting to get more viewers and people leaving comments. We have Kelly May Glovers with us and Corinne Birch Murray. So,
Oh,
good
good. Yeah.
hello and good evening.
Yep.
So, John, last weekend I was in Calgary at the Calgary Health Show. I did a presentation on the emotion code, and I helped lots of people, maybe like 5 or 6 people. It was very exciting. And
Right.
some people stood way off in a distance, and as I was healing one person at a time, and people were coming up on, it's like they had pain for like 7 and 8 years, and they couldn't feel it. And so, boy, talk about people trusting me. They were all like cattle outside of the fence. I'm talking about, right? They were, and then eventually two would come in, and who would come in, and they'd squeeze over, and
Sniff around.
eventually I herded them all, and I was like a sheepdog, like Babe. I was like Babe, trying to get them all inside the fence, and I did a great job. But there was one in particular. There was 3 women. I had an exhibit there because I spoke twice, and I had an exhibit, and so right across from me were there's 3 women, and they were fitness type company, and they were watching me. You know what they were watching all day? This. And they were watching people leaving and moving their neck and touching their toes, and so they happened to be beside the little recycled garbage can. So I went over to throw something out, and they said, "Michael, what do you do?" And I said, "Oh no, ladies, if you want to know, you're going to come to my exhibit." And I said, "Bring a chair." So they did. So all 3 of them sat in front of my booth with a chair. So the joke to one of them, because when one of the women, listen, John, she read the list and she started to cry.
Oh, wow.
And I said, "Oh, what hit you?" She said, "Oh, I cry over everything." And you know what the 2 women in the booth said? "Oh, yeah, she's been crying all day. She cries all the time." They said, "It's not the ugly cry. She's a weeper." And they thought that was fun, right? They
Yeah.
were teasing. She was a weeper. And her eyes were red. She was always rubbing. And just reading the list, she was bawling her eyes out. So they were asking me what it is that I do. And I said, "Well, here's my hunch." And I said, "I can find out more about Crybaby here. Do you want to do that?" So she said, "Okay." So I got connected with her and I explained the process. And I found 2 trapped emotions, but they were prenatal,
Right.
which means she had them since she was in her mom's womb. So I said, "Is this crying thing new?" She said, "No." And I said, were you a crybaby?" She said, Oh yes, I cried, but she's not crying in pain, just a cry out of sadness. I'm always crying. I cried as a young girl. I cried as a teenager. So, well, I kind of figured that out. So I went through the chart. So John, tonight we are going to be talking about the emotion code chart. Developed and polished and trained by Dr. Bradley Nelson. You are
Yeah.
a certified practitioner. It's trapped emotions, and these are unprocessed emotions from previous events. And sometimes they're inherited, and sometimes the ones I found for her. So I'm doing muscle testing, which is a way that I was connecting. They thought that was strange.
Yep.
Of course it was strange. I thought it was strange when you helped me, you fixed my hip over Skype. I thought that was strange.
It is.
But my confidence was really high. My confidence was through the roof because I was just banging one. People were coming up one after another. One guy left his cane, and I had Sherry, from the Sherry Green. She was in the booth. This guy came over. He was limping, and he left his cane and walked around the whole trade show, and come back and got his cane.
Yeah, and a walker too, right?
What's
You
that?
helped the lady with a walker too, didn't you? That was
in Victoria.
that was
And I talked to
Victoria?
her today, actually. Yeah. And so anyway, I found two trapped emotions that my friend had, and
Yeah.
they were prenatal sadness and prenatal sorrow.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's right. Oh, it'll do it.
That'll
And I
do
said,
it.
it's not new, is it? She said, oh no. She goes, I was a crybaby. I said, oh, that's right. So
Weeping.
there was nothing else. That was it. I said, am I done? And I said, well, before I did that, before I worked on her, this is a lot, people were watching, the severity was a 10. She's crying, right? And I'm testing the severity. Hey, Captain Obvious, she's crying. It's a 10,
Yeah.
right? I said, I'm with it too. And is it 5? 4? It was a 0. So I kind of disconnected with her and I kind of changed the subject. And I said, so let me see if you can invoke those feelings again. She said, oh, I've been trying. She said, I can't access them at all. She said, I don't think I can cry. She said, are you going to stop me from crying? I said, well, excessive crying. You cry when you need to.
Yeah.
And for probably 2 hours after that, she kept coming over to the booth. She said, I'm not crying anymore. I'm not crying anymore. Anyway, hashtag I'm not crying anymore.
No more weeping. Yeah. Reminds me of a movie. I think it was Dumb and Dumber, and they're like watching a Kleenex commercial or something like that, and crying over that, right? It's kind of like that situation.
Well, listen, there's 2 commercials I cry over. One of them is I don't think Americans would know. One is any Tim Horton donut commercial, right? Remember the time they were overseas and they had their mug strapped to the backpack?
Oh,
And
vaguely, yeah.
and the Latter-day Saints commercials make me cry. Isn't that weird? And I don't know anything about that affiliation. They just get good crying commercials. Hashtag Kim Whitner is in the house giving me a hashtag Captain Obvious. And
Yeah.
Tanya Isaiah is with us. Hey, bros. Hey, Tanya. Who else, John?
Yeah, Jennifer Towner's here. Says the fitness professionals do that. I only cried twice today. Yeah. I guess it's common.
Yeah. Oh, so last week I'm at my chiropractor. I've probably gone a few times, and I hurt my muscles at the gym. It wasn't a trapped emotion. It was from gym equipment. So I'm laying down, and he lost his voice over the weekend. Oh, really?
Huh?
He said, yeah. So I'm laying, you know where I'm going with the story, right?
Yeah.
So I'm laying down, and he's working on he's playing with my ankle and my foot, and, we're looking at the progress and stuff. And I said, so do you want me to see if I can help you with and he knew about the emotion code, but I hadn't given him a session before. He said, oh, should we stop? I said, no, you keep working. Of course, hashtag, there's one in my pocket.
Yeah.
There's a magnet in my pocket, and 4 of them at the gym now. There's 4 magnets at the gym. So I'm laying down, and I connect with him. He gave me his permission, and I found out, and I cleared maybe 5 trapped emotions, laying down while he's working on me. And his face wasn't facing mine, so he didn't know what to look for. So, but he wasn't watching me muscle testing. I found them, I deleted them, I cleared them with the magnet, and he didn't know I was doing anything. I said, so tell me if your throat feels better. He said, sure it does. He was so surprised that he got some voice back. So
Cool.
shout out to.
That's pretty unique. Yeah, losing your voice. That's a good one.
Yeah, and he said there was no reason at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, hey, if you just joined us, we're looking for a couple people with restless leg syndrome.
yes.
And be watching live, put your hand up, say, hey, that's
Yeah,
me.
we want to help you out tonight. We want to let you know that it can help. It helped me. And yeah, by the way, John and I only work. We only do shows about things that we've had success with. So there's not like, oh, let's try it. It's like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Or trying it. Yeah, there's things that I haven't been successful with the emotion code. Very few things. So we don't do shows on those. But if you don't want to go tonight and feel those creepy, crawly little things in your legs and having to roll over and move and itch and throb legs, listen, I can help you right here. So Jennifer Towner loves the movie Babe. You know what? I think I've watched it twice. This is so funny. And both times was on an airplane
Yeah.
in business class.
Fancy.
Yeah. Kelly May Glover's with us. Okay. It was minus 35 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is Fahrenheit. Anything minus is cold. Imagine minus 37 in Calgary. It was so
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah. It's about the same, I think, as Fahrenheit. Yeah. Heather Fisher's here, says, hey, bros. Says, hey, Michael, no nightmares.
Oh, that's right. Where's Heather at? Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nightmares.
Heather's reporting in on a session around nightmares, right? So
Yeah.
they're gone. So, hey, Heather Fisher. The Heather Fisher is like 4.5 hours later than us. Newfoundland time. Atlantic is 4 hours, and
Yep.
Newfoundland is 4.5 hours. And Newfoundland is way east of New York, up the Canadian coast, in case you don't know where it is. And it's on a different time zone. So we love that she's with us. And Jennifer's laughing. What about Restless Body? Janelia Hawkins. Hey, Janelia. Jelena.
Little weather update from Seattle. There's a storm
Yes.
brewing. Yeah, we're supposed to get some snow here on the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
We had some, when I came back from Calgary, there was a little bit of snow in Victoria. I was nervous. I wasn't driving, but I still don't like it. This Saturday, there's an event in Victoria. It's called Inspire Victoria. It's 12 speakers. We each have 17 minutes to inspire. And I'm opening. Thank you.
First up, tee 'em up.
Yeah, and I'm doing Your Life Purpose. And the way I teach it is my book, Your Life Purpose, available on Amazon to change your life. The way I teach it requires a paradigm shift for some people. What I believe I know or think what people's life purpose is, it makes people tilt their head. They'll say, really? I say, yeah, really. Okay. Janice Pritchard is saying, what? The Wednesday is going on. Well, I'm away this Saturday. Sunday, I'm doing a law of attraction seminar in downtown Victoria. If you want to check that out, go to HangoutWithMichael.com. Okay, let's work with Kelly May Glover. Yeah, I'm going to check in with Kelly May Glover. Kelly's saying, ever since I injured my tailbone, I have restless legs and swelling legs. Restless legs and swelling. And it's about a 7. It gives me permission. So, John, I'm going to work with Kelly May Glover, and Heather's telling me Labrador is Halifax time zone. Okay. Shouldn't have taken over that conversation.
I'm back. I just lost connection there.
So, John, I'm going to get connected to Kelly May. Why don't you, in case we have people watching for the first time, why don't you just give them a rundown of how this is going to go down?
Rundown. All right. So Michael's connecting up, acting as a proxy on behalf of Kelly McGlover, and he's muscle testing right there with his fingers.
Got her right down. Yeah.
So it's an agreement between his subconscious mind and his fingers. So a yes response would be like a nice solid lock on his fingers. No response would be like this. So he's asking questions in his mind right now, yes or no based questions. So connecting up and asking, is there trapped emotion contributing to the symptom? And once you get a yes, take a magnet, swipe it over the governing meridian with the intention to clear it, and that just clears it out, vaporizes it, and it becomes new energy. And so your body, once that little ball of energy is cleared out, little ball of energy about the size of your fist, cleared out, your body is able to heal, and symptom decreases or is eliminated, goes away, and that is it.
Okay. So I found 10 trapped emotions. And it doesn't really matter what they are, but just to demonstrate that they were unprocessed. They were crying, discouragement, rejection, sadness, sorrow, confusion, defensiveness, grief, self-abuse, and stubbornness. And I was talking to Kelly's subconscious mind directly because she gave me this password, which was permission, the Wi-Fi. Instead of Wi-Fi, it's Wi-Fi, the vibrational connection. So before the session, the severity of my restless legs and swelling legs was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So I got it from a 7 to a 3. So it said there's no more trapped ones. No, is there any inherited ones? No, is there any hidden? Okay, just finding some other things here.
So restless and swelling legs, yeah. Couple hidden ones.
Well, this is odd because it has nothing to do with but these are prenatal, and there's 5 of them.
So prenatal in the
Prenatal
womb.
confusion. What's that? Prenatal defensiveness. Where's prenatal, John? Prenatal grief.
Prenatal, yeah, in the womb. So, yeah. Well, your mom was pregnant with you. Trapped that prenatally. Maybe something she was going through, or even yourself. Maybe dad or sibling or something influenced you.
Okay, so I'm going to do another update here. So I'm the practitioner. I was Kelly May's proxy. In other words, I was doing it on behalf, I'm muscle testing. I'm using my muscles to answer questions. This is a yes, that's a no. I talked to Kelly May. I confirmed that the severity of my restless legs and swelling legs out of 10 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Identified 10 trapped emotions, 5 hidden ones, a couple little buggers. And now the severity of this pain and problem is, and again, I'm still connected to Kelly's mind, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Am I done? Yes. Do I need to do more? No. Am I done? Yes.
Done. Nice.
There. Now, sometimes people only have that when they're trying to go to sleep. So Kelly, if you felt any sensations, now, John, we use the word sensation to mean not pain. Right?
Right, yeah.
In other words, is there a tingle? Could you feel something move? Like, what was different about it? What was the different feeling? So, Kelly May, we're looking for an update from you. Obviously, we'll get a better one before we talk again next week. But if you're feeling anything right now, do let us know. Thank you. I'm saying hello to Norma. I'm not sure if you saw Norma come in. Norma Zambesco has joined us. So, hello,
hey, Norma. Yeah. Anthony as well. Have you said hello to Anthony?
Okay, I didn't see that. Let me go.
Anthony's here. Says, by chance I caught you guys. Yeah, I don't really know how much I miss you guys.
Yeah, where the Anthony has Anthony been?
Yeah.
Well, Anthony is part of my business growth club. He is an emotion code practitioner, and he's part of my monthly growth club. So he's been with me during the trainings that we're doing, and yeah. So we haven't seen each other for a while. By chance, I caught you guys. Okay, we miss you too. Okay, hey, my friend Roy Quirk from Singapore is with us.
Hey, Roy.
Hey, Roy. Gersh Gilliman from Sarasota, Florida is with us.
Gersh? Jennifer wants to know who Jeff is. I think we all do.
there is no Jeff. That's funny.
Oh, update here. Kelly McGlover says, interesting. On the nose with those emotions. Feeling the energy. Thank you. Warmth.
Okay, good stuff. Well, Kelly's considered a top fan according to Facebook and us, so we know we'll get an update from her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's saying there's some warmth through her whole body and emotions and lightheadedness.
Remember the days we used to make we would give people nicknames? So we're going to give Kelly a nickname tonight, Kelly May. Kelly May Restless.
Nice.
Kelly May Restless. Just for tonight.
Just for a week.
Just for a week, yeah. Yeah, I got a lot going on. Tomorrow night is a meetup group. I have an emotion code meetup group in Victoria. We meet once a month. Helena and I are giving an emotion code presentation, and we're asking people to bring food, not to eat.
Leave it. Bring it and leave it.
Bring it and leave it. You know, bring that little thing of McDonald's French fries, provided you don't eat them all before you get here.
Yeah.
Or the can of Coke, or the chips, or whatever it is. Or you don't even have to bring. I just want it to be fun.
Yeah.
And I think we probably have 40 to 50 people coming or registered.
Nice.
And I think we can work with 10 people. It is one of the fastest things I ever do, is helping people remove specific food items. So we're going to have fun. And then next month at my meetup group here in Victoria, we are doing the heart wall. So we all know the wonderful results from the heart wall. Imagine having a live one.
Nice.
Okay,
yeah.
John, let's go read some more comments, and we're going to start to wrap up in about 5 more minutes. So if you have any questions about anything, about, hey, I have this, can you help? Or have you worked with this before? Let us know. If you have a success story of something that we've helped you with, let us know. And if you want your own private, well, you saw what I can do like in a few minutes. If you want your own private session with John or I, we're both available. We have online calendars. It's easy peasy to get that done. And we can help you out. Good. What else, John?
I think we covered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just scanning the below there. It looks like okay, there's nothing new there. Okay, well, it was an interesting evening edition. And, like I always do, the purpose of the show is to let people, really educate people about, you don't have to have potions and rubs and patches and pills and on and on and on. Sometimes it's just an unprocessed trapped emotion. That's the good news. It's an unprocessed trapped emotion. The better news is we can help them get rid of it. When I'm working with somebody, I always say, what percentage of this problem caused by trapped emotions? And when it's 100, it's like, well, perfect.
Done.
The subconscious mind is so friggin' smart. It says 100%. Now, Loge, find them, right? The 100% trapped emotions. Start your digging. See what you can do.
Yeah, from a distance too, right? Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of this work.
Yeah.
Distance isn't.
Well, it's funny. Everybody I met in Calgary, they all said, "So where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Victoria." And they said, "Oh." And I said, you know what? I never do it in person, except I'm at a trade show doing a demonstration. But this is done at home, and it was confusing enough to see me do it in person, but to think we can do it over a Skype call or a video or over the telephone. So I get it.
It's a stretch.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I worked with my barber today. I had a new barber. My other barber, the shift was too different. So I go in, and this guy likes me, and he read my book, and he said, so I went him. So I'm talking to him, and we started talking about the emotion code. Well, we didn't. I did. Started talking about the emotion code. And he said, oh, my God. He goes, I try to be really positive like your book. But he said, I've just got so much negative self-talk. And he's going on and on and on. And, I'd be remiss, honestly, if I didn't help him. So I said, you know what? I'd like to help you with, all your negative self-talk. I said, you don't need to do anything. And I'm going to come back next week or in another 10 days and just give me a quick update if you're negative self chatter. So, John, we all know there's one particular trapped emotion on this chart that is usually the culprit for negative self-talk and that self-abuse and beating yourself up and just always looking negative. So guess what? I brought one to the barber because after that I went to the gym and I always have one with me. So I had the barber cape on, so underneath my barb, real carefully, I'm muscle testing. I got connected with the barber, right?
Yeah.
And I found it. And it was one trapped emotion. And he was 7 years old. And you can't really see me moving my hand, but I had it close to my chest. I said, 7. I said, oh, okay. And I found it. So I took my hand, you couldn't even tell if I was fixing my hair. I just went like this a couple times.
Swipes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just swiped it. I had the magnet. Nobody knew I was certainly nobody knew. Nobody knew I just cleared this guy of a lifetime of negative self-talk while in the barber chair. No one would figure that out. Never mind why I had a magnet. So then I was done, and I just connected and finished cutting my hair and stuff. I said, okay, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to notice over the next 7 to 10 days about your self-talk and your negative voice and your negative self-talk. He said, so when are we going to do the session? I said, you didn't do anything. I said,
You
well,
blinked.
You didn't see me do anything.
Yeah.
And he said, I know B, the barber I used to go to, he said, I know that you take him in the back room and you fix his back. Is that what you did with me? And I said, yeah, but I said I did it under the blanket, or I said I did it under the cape. So,
Yeah. Cool.
hashtag I'm not scared or shy. Okay, John, thanks for hanging out on a Wednesday night. We are back to our regular programming next Saturday at 9 o'clock. And then I'm off to South Carolina.
Cool.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. Vancouver to Toronto, business class, which I love. And then Chicago to South Carolina. And then on the way home, I'm going to South Carolina to Phoenix, to Scottsdale. Right. And I think I'm having an emotion code practitioner breakfast in Phoenix. I got a couple practitioners. And then I'm coming back to Victoria. So I'm excited.
Nice.
Okay, John, we'll see you in a couple Saturdays.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And yeah, see you in a couple Saturdays. Bye for now.